All right. Welcome back, everyone. So let's quickly add our doctors. And let's start off immediately. All right. Now it's good to have you back. Thank you so much once again. I enjoyed the first session. I have to be very, very sincere. I over enjoyed the first session. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you coming for us today. All right. So we're going to be starting the second session of our show today, and I'm waiting for Dr. Umeti to also join us because this is going to be an interactive session, questions between us, and also we hope that we have questions also from the audience. All right, so let me get try to get Dr. Umeti again. Okay, so information is being sent. All right, hello everyone. Hi, peace. I don't even know what that you wrote is. Hola, buenas tardes. I beg, who is going to help me explain that? Peace. So what is that you are talking about? Mm. All right. So while we're waiting for Dr. Umeti to be able to join us, in order for us not to or waste much of our time here, because like I said, this is just we have basically an hour or even less than an hour. Okay, so we are going to be running this session, so I'm going to start off with you. And so the first question, oh sorry, give me a minute, let me try doctor again. Let's see. Okay, no, she's I guess maybe her network is disturbing. All right, so let's start off with you, doctor. I know in your first talk, like I said, I really learned a lot from there. I learned more about food. I learned about being consistent. I learned about doing things actually that works for you or that works for your body, understanding your body. I learned all of that, and I'm really grateful. The first question I have here is how important is physical activity in maintaining overall health and well-being? And how can we actually motivate young individuals like the girls and the ladies we have here to engage in regular exercise during this, during their work or in combination with their work and whatever they are doing? How can we actually motivate people?
Okay, the first question is how important is physical activity in maintaining
Yes.
overall? Okay, well, I am going to be talking on the benefits of physical activity. And then when we're talking about physical activity, we're actually looking at the components of physical activity, which includes strength training, cardio conditioning, mobility, steps within the day, the daily steps. Therefore, if I'm looking at the benefits of physical activity to us, the first thing is the reverse in specific aging factors in the skeletal muscles. Then the second is the help it offers us with weight control. Now, another one is reducing the risks of injury like falls and even sprains that happens during the day, injuries that has to do with loss of balance, especially as in aging adults. Then we also look at its aid in maintenance of blood sugar, normal blood sugar level. We also have its aid us in improving our cardiovascular health. So by the time you look at these benefits and also the rising costs in healthcare and the rising incidence in cardiovascular diseases, metabolic problem that has to do with diabetes, um, and so on and so forth. I do not want to call names, and I do not want to, create situations that would make people start to adopt an approach that is based on fear because they don't want to get some of these diseases. But then, if you look at those rise in some of these problems and the rise in the cost of healthcare, you'd realize that physical activity can help you reduce the risk of these things. When I touched on the benefits, these are the benefits physical activity has you. When it comes to strength training, when it comes to cardiovascular conditioning, walk, mobility, they help you to maintain balance, they help you to reduce risk of injuries, help you to maintain weight, help you there are so many benefits that I cannot list all of them in one video, like with considering the time we have. But then there are so many benefits. So the faster you start building a life for yourself, the better. Now, how do we hope? Oh, please
No,
go ahead.
go ahead. Complete what you guys to say.
The second question is how do we incorporate healthy? I'm sorry, can you go through that question?
How can we motivate young individuals? I mean, we've mentioned the benefits, but exactly how do you? I know it's a bit. I don't even know what to say, but the interaction we actually wanted with this, we weren't actually able to get it. And I know the situation of things. Some people feel like, oh, we already have a lot of stress. Why add this? Why add this again to it? So basically, I'm asking, how can we motivate young individuals? How can we motivate individuals exactly to actually work out?
How to motivate individual in working out. So first of all, is creating inclusive events. We can create group events, probably in their workplaces, or even social events, and then all some of these small groups that people form. We can create events in such places that can help people want to get involved with any kind of physical activity, especially when the event comes with music. These are kind of some side attractions that motivate people want to join in physical activity. That is, that is one. Number two is actually getting at not not when they are adults, but when they're still like very young to start engaging in physical activity, even in schools, in their schools, different places, different schools, you can start teaching them these things, let them engage in sporting activities, reduce so much focus on their body and the image and focus on, involving in one sporting activity or the other. This is another point I have. If Dr. Umeti can help us with the other points, please. These are the only
She also has her question coming up. But thank you so much, Doctor. That was actually wonderful. Really, I love the benefits you listed, and I also love how we can do it. And that is actually one of the major reasons why we started off this Fit Ember to Remember, to bring in as a group, as a community, to be able to work out together. And I really hope at the end of it all, I hope we really achieve what we wanted. Thank you so much once again, Doctor. All right, so the second, this next question goes to you, Dr. Umeti. And so this question says, how does a balanced diet contribute to our individual's overall fitness, right? And what are some key nutritional aspects that should be considered during workout, during fitness?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. I think a lot of us don't fully understand the role of a balanced diet in our, our healthy lifestyle. You know, we just feel like once you're eating anything, rice, whatever, as long as it satisfies you at that moment, it already covers. But really, balanced diet touches all that your body requires for survival, even for your brain to work well, you know. So I feel like balanced diet is very important, not to go deep into it. And you also asked some key nutritional aspects that should be considered. I'm a big believer of whole foods. The nearer you are to the farm, the better for you on the long run. So it's not about um when I say nearer you are to the farm, I mean the less refined your meals are, it's better for you as a human being on the long run. So I feel like having whole foods and less refined foods are way, way beneficial to us as women, as human beings in general, you know, just picking the healthier options. So instead of you having chocolates that is packed with so much sugar, so much preservatives, you can go for something that's just as sweet or closer to the farm, you know. Everything is still moderation. So I'm a big believer of whole foods and moderation. So I think those are key important aspects to consider this Ember months
Yeah.
because now food will be everywhere. You go to someone's house and there's like different kinds of meals. So just pick the healthier option or surround yourself with people that make those choices. They help you because um once I'm around people like Ada, for instance, we're always talking about how we're going to have chicken, whole foods. We don't talk about drugs and all those things. So you have to, you know, understand the importance of having a support system that share your goals, your healthy lifestyle goals. So yeah. So that's my simple, basic, straight to the point answer.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. That's a great one. We appreciate it. So the next question is for you, Dr. Adaeze. And this question says, of course, I know you're a fitness coach. Please, can you help us share some exercises or stretches that can actually help us alleviate common posture-related issues faced by individuals who spend extended hours in front of screens due to their work or studies? Please, can you help us on that?
Okay. This one is a tricky one because I wouldn't have to demonstrate them, but then when I list some of the exercises you can do, you can Google them and see how they are performed. YouTube is also a very good teacher. So the first thing I like to mention when it comes to this question is that please let us not make it look like it's just stretches that you're supposed to focus on. Walks in between. I do not encourage you sitting down at your desk for a very long period. Please always create regular walk breaks where you go for walks, maybe within the building or the facility you work in. That's number one. Number two is, yeah, the exercises. I'm going to try to list them now. So we have cat-cow stretches, cat-cow stretches, we have T-spine rotation. You can Google these things. It's on YouTube. So I'm going to just give you the names and then you can figure it out by yourself. We also have childhood poses and then we have thread the needle. I can't demonstrate these things. In fact, my body is already doing me to demonstrate them, but I can't. So,
I'm almost tempted
so
to tell
the
you to
person has to
demonstrate, but then
figure
I
them
can't.
out. So these are the four I have though.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm almost tempted to tell you to demonstrate, but it's a pity that we can't. Okay, so please, everybody, I hope you just had that down and please make your research. For those of us that are we work extended hours, please try to incorporate these exercises to your fitness journey. Thank you so much, Dr. Adaeze. All right, so for you, Dr. Umeti, so incorporating healthy eating habits is crucial for maintaining fitness. That we all agree, right? Now, could you please help us suggest some nutritious and easy to prepare meals or snacks that can support a fitness routine during our workout, during our fitness journey? Can you help us out? I mean, you tried to break a table before about women that we love food. Please help us. Now, tell us which food should we be preparing, okay?
I think um there are quite a number. I can't even pick one now, but I think the most effective thing I can say with regards to this question is that maybe we might just draft a simple meal guide or a meal plan that we can follow. So as opposed to me just listing things out, you know. But there's a particular um snack that's easy to prepare and you don't need, too many ingredients is sesame seed crackers.
What?
Sesame seeds. It's not very common in the south or in the east, but in the north, I think it's very common. So you can prepare it just simply with the sesame seed and honey alone, just that. And you bake in an oven. You can have oat crackers too. They come in handy, And then we don't need to even prepare any snack. Fruits in between your meals. You can have garden eggs, you can have pineapple, you can have pawpaw. The goal is to always be distracted from making the wrong choices with meals, because the truth of the matter is it's easy for you to get a bottle of Coke and down it.
Very easy.
But you can make the choice of having orange by the roadside. They are always around you. So instead of you taking a bottle of Coke, you have to be deliberate and say, okay, I want to just have 100 naira orange. It will still give me sweetness. It will give me that immediate energy and that boost that I need without the gas, without the excess sugar, So we would drop a meal plan, Ada and I, just something simple that we would see on the Girls in Tech Instagram page, and you can follow. And if you want something more streamlined to you or more customized to your own personal health situation, then you can reach out to us through the Girls in Tech Girls in Tech info. Right, Ada? Is that something we can do?
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
I also want to add some snaps since we're talking about something like that. Yeah. So you can also incorporate vegetable wraps. These things are very easy. Vegetable wraps with this shawarma bread, and then you add your vegetables and chicken inside. This is something you can easily carry to work. It's not really hard to prepare. Then Greek yogurt, unsweetened Greek yogurt is a very, 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 very good option. It contains a lot of protein and less carbohydrate, less fat as well. You can decide to add sesame seed, like you mentioned, on it and fruits on it. Then apple too is a choice. These are the few things I can remember as snacks too.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And we can't wait to have the food plan. I know a lot of people are excited already. I am excited, and I'll try to follow it as best as I can. All right. So the next question is for you, Dr. Adaeze. So, incorporating exercise into a busy routine can be challenging, right? Those of us in tech, we can actually ascertain that. Actually, not just tech, everything, everybody. I mean, generally in life, right? So, what are some practical tips, right, that we can actually integrate into daily activity for those of us with demanding schedules, for those of us that have to, with demanding schedules? What can we integrate? Practical tips now to integrate.
Okay. actually touched on this. Then I'm going to give a quick run through. First, break down your activity for the day. Secondly, be realistic about your ability. Thirdly, where do you want to train? Do you want to train at home? Do you want to train in the gym? Do you want to hire a coach to train you? Do you have the equipment to train if you want to train at home? Then what days are you going to be training? Are you going to be training on Monday and on Tuesday? Do you want to do it 2 times in a week? Do you want to do it only once in a week? Now, another thing is, what type of exercise do you prefer? Do you like to run? Do you like to do strength training? All of them are very important, but you might decide that this is the one that you can really, really do. This is one you really like. So decide on that one. Another thing is set prompts. There has to be prompts, things to remind you when it is time. And like I mentioned in my former presentation, anchor these behaviors. Then when you have set prompts, when the time rings for that particular behavior that's going for exercise, please follow through. If you need to have a support system, please find a support system. Support system can be in form of your partner, can be in form of a friend, someone you know that does the same thing you're doing at the same time you are doing it. You can decide to befriend that person. So at that same time, you guys are doing it together. This motivates you to also do it. Then, so for some, you might be buying new fitness wear. They buy new fitness wear. They want to try it out. So they want to go to the gym all the time because they feel good when they wear it. Another thing is constantly, please set out the things you need. Don't keep them inside the wardrobe and say, when it is time, I'll start setting them out. Because when it is time, you might eventually not set them out. Please bring them, let them be looking at you. If it's a problem for you to get home and dress and come out, put them inside your bag. If it's you prefer to do them in the morning, please set them out a day before. So these actions would help you follow through in carrying out your physical activity. That's it.
And I want to add to what she said. It's very important for you to have an accountability partner, somebody that will hold you accountable, you know. So if you have to put it out there, you have to find someone. If putting it out there that, oh, I'm going to go on a 30-day straight 30 minutes walk, I'm not going to miss a day. If saying it will keep you accountable, just do that. Whatever works for you, but having an accountability partner, somebody that can hold you accountable and tell you the honest truth. Oh, you are slacking. Oh, you didn't show up today. You need to do better. There's no sugarcoating or babying you in this. And the truth of the matter is consistency is key. Those little drops of water, those 15 minutes exercise and you show up every day. 20 minutes exercise and you show up every time you say you show up. So if it's 3 times a week, make sure you show up 3 times a week and do what you need to do. Those are very, very important and integral aspects of you having a successful journey in whatever you set out in the fitness world.
All right. Thank you so much, doctors, for that. I'm sure we are all learning great things. I am learning. All right. So the next question is for you also, Dr. Umeti. So sleep is often overlooked in the fitness journey, right? How does adequate sleep impact an individual's ability to engage in physical activity and maintain a healthy lifestyle during fitness journey?
The benefits of sleep can never be overemphasized. I know that we in the clinical world, we barely have enough time to rest and sleep, and in general, life takes a toll on us. But I think we can just do an experiment. Make sure you just clock in at least 8 hours of sleep. You see that you're different. Your mind is different. Your body is ready, and your stress hormones are reduced. Once you don't sleep, you're always, or once you're, and one thing that makes us stay awake all the time, I say it often, and we tend to overlook it, is that we're addicted to the screens of our phones. So if you set prompt on your phone and say, I'm going to be on Instagram for 1 hour or 30 minutes, that's even too much, because using 1 hour out of 24 hours is a lot, except your business is solely on the screen. If you have other things to do, being on your screen, especially when you hit your bed, keeps you awake and it affects your entire day. So sleep plays a very important role in reducing our stress hormones and putting our brain back to the normal factory reset for us to have a fulfilling day. You know, sleep affects, once you lack sleep, it affects your emotion. You're more angry, you you're more emotional, you listen less. So all those little things, not even the disease part of it, just those little things that can affect your day on the long run, your interpersonal relationship. Once you don't sleep well, it's already affected. It's a simple communication or a simple statement made to you might be taken out of context because your brain starts to read things the wrong way, or it's your stress, your flight or fright response is already heightened once you don't have enough sleep. So you're already on edge, and anxiety comes in and sets in, and then you're someone else. So sleep is very important, and I encourage us to try and clock it. And if you struggle with sleep, if you struggle with sleep, I encourage you that to take those little naps within the day instead of waiting till there's a perfect bed for you. Take those little naps during the day. Those times that that sleep, that 5 minutes deep sleep just hits you. Sleep that deep sleep. It will calculate, to add up, than you not taking it and waiting for perfection at night. No, take those things. And then if you struggle with, sleep disorders, then you can reach out and take it from there. But sleep is very important, simply put, in layman terms. So
Thank you
thank you.
so much, Doctor. There was actually something we discussed the last time, but I also would love to get your ideas behind this or your thoughts behind this. So there's this saying we've been having a lot of time, especially with the busy type, right? So he said that maybe you are not able to get your complete, perhaps 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours sleep at night, that maybe intermittently, like saying you have 2 hours sleep during the day and maybe 4 hours sleep at night. Adding them up is 6 hours. That's actually another way to count your sleeping hours. So I want to see if does that really work that way, or must we sleep at a stretch to actually for it to work? What do you think, please?
I think you have to sleep at a stretch. Nothing takes the place for that. But I'm saying once you have a lifestyle, we're looking for reasonable, relatable techniques to bring about rest to our bodies. Okay. So if you know that you struggle with sleep, or you have a very busy lifestyle that affects your nighttime sleep or your nighttime routine, you know, it's not one or the other. Nighttime sleep or that stretch of sleep is very important for you. There's no interchanging for its benefits in your body. But I'm saying do not push away, because ideally we're supposed to even have siestas within the day, but we don't do that. So I'm saying once your body tells you it is tired and you start to yawn, and you know when that sleep comes, don't push it off. Just take those naps, especially if you're not hurting anybody, you're not on the steering driving, you're not, I'm saying you have the time to take those power naps, those short naps. Just take it. It will do you a lot of good. It resets you. It resets your brain during the day. So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I fully well got that. So let's quickly, this next question is for you, Dr. Adaeze. So for individuals new to fitness, what are some essential exercises they can start with to build a foundation for a regular workout routine, especially focusing on their fitness journey, maybe their startup and all? What are some essential exercises they need to start with?
Okay, I always encourage individuals who are new to fitness to be specific about the area they want to improve on. If you want to start working with, like I mentioned, physical activity has different components. We have the strength training, we have the cardio conditioning, we have the steps, we have the mobility, we have different parts of it. So which area do you want to improve on? You can't jump from this place to this place. That you can't make progress with that. But then when you have decided that, okay, I want to work with strength training and I want to get better at this part, I want to improve my life with this, you have to have particular ways of measuring progress. Now, I always encourage when it comes to strength training, start with the basics. The basics are usually compound exercises such as squats, shoulder presses, press ups. These are the basics. They require you to obviously use the right form, but then as adaptation happens, you're able to progress from squats to including unilateral exercises such as lunges, step ups, and maybe other accessory movements like bicep curls, tricep curls. So always, if you're a beginner, start with the basics. Start with the basics, have yardsticks to determine progress, and then go from there. Then if you are looking at aerobics, cardio conditioning, you can decide to start with cycling. Then over time, as you adapt to these movements, say you adapted to 15 minutes of cycling, you can improve using speed, frequency, time. These are ways that you can progress. But always start with the basics. If it's aerobics, if you have not done this before, you can start with 15 minutes. Then over time, you see that, oh, I've adapted to this and I can go forward with, say, you increase the speed of the cycling. If it's on the treadmill, you can always increase the speed. If it is still on the bike, you can decide that, okay, I want to go from 15 minutes to 20 or to 30 minutes. And you can decide that I want to do it more often, say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you've been doing it only Mondays and Fridays, you do it in between the weeks. These are ways that you can progress. But always start with the basics. If it's a strength training, start with compound exercises. Compound exercises are exercises such as squats, such as shoulder presses, press up. They require you to use a large muscle group to carry them out. And again, it reduces the risk of you sustaining injuries with doing them. When you master those ones, you can start incorporating unilateral exercises, exercises that requires you to, include more forms in it to carry them out. That's it.
All right. All right, thank you so much. I hope we are jotting things down. I hope we note down the exercises that was mentioned, and we carry them out, especially those of us that are coming new into fitness. It is really, really important. All right, so the next question here also goes to you, Dr. Umeti. Now, this is on mental health, right? So generally, mental health is an integral part of overall well-being, right? Mentally, you need to be healthy also. Now, could you please share some strategies to manage stress and anxiety, and which are common barriers to consistent fitness routines, especially during your fitness journey?
Techniques to aid our mental health, Abby. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
strategies to manage stress and anxiety.
Oh, okay. I love that one. So I think I'm just going to point out maybe 4 or 5 strategies, with number one being the very most important. And I'm starting with identifying your stressors. You have to identify what stresses you out. what triggers your anxiety. I know it's difficult, but over time you'll get to find out, oh, when someone talks in this tone, it stresses me out. Or when things don't go my way, I'm already stressed. Or, you just have to identify your stressors first. It's very important. It helps you have a very coordinated response to the situation. So that's number one. Number two is developing or having techniques of breathing. Like once you're under stress, you can just tell yourself, I'm going to take deep breaths before I speak, before I react. I'm just going to take this deep breath or maybe count to 20 or say something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your mind. You don't have to just, respond immediately. So either you do breathing techniques or count in the moment of stress and anxiety. Just start count maybe 1 to 20 or 1 to 100, so that your immediate response will not be a terrible one that will further aggravate whatever situation you're in. So, and then number three, we have dietary adjustment. It's no secret that our gut health is directly linked to our brain. We are what we eat. So if we are not deliberate about our choices, if we don't adjust some things, like people, they take energy drinks, it affects their mood the whole day. We are hooked on a lot of things. So if we create a system whereby we think of our gut as our second powerhouse after our hearts, we know that whatever goes in there affects our brain, affects our responses, affects our mood. We would be more tuned to picking choices that are more beneficial to us, or staying away from things that would potentially add no value and even cost us a lot more. So some people say, oh, shisha calms me down. Does it? Does it really calm you down? You know, Tobacco calms me down. Does it? You have to weigh the risk and the benefits when you're making these choices, and don't start what you cannot finish. So I think dietary adjustments are very important. Then another very important aspect of handling anxiety is exercise. Once you're going through that moment of anxiousness, just take a walk. It will do you a lot of good. Take a walk. Either, for me, I do a lot of brisk walking. Once my mind is all over the place, so I'm anxious about something, or I'm beginning to lean into my stressors, I just take a walk, brisk walk, or I run, and it does my mind a lot of good. It's different for different people, and that's why in treating a lot of mental health issues, for example, depression, good psychiatrists always inculcate exercise. Just get up, take that walk. Don't be in one spot. Take a run. Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do your mind a whole lot of good. So, and then most of the things, if you're someone like me that struggles with public speaking, I'm not very good at public speaking. I'm hard to believe. I'm a very shy person. So you have to work more on, learning to be more assertive or building your confidence. So this is not even about public speaking, even facing things that confuse you at your workplace, with your relationships. Don't shut down. Practice communication, practice healthy communication, ask questions. Even if you sound stupid, just say, I don't really understand, why am I being treated this way? And up Nepa. Please, Nigeria has happened to me. Yes. Amara, don't be laughing at us from Korea. We know you have 24 hours light.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
anyway, I think I have touched on, the important aspects or the strategies that will help us deal with stress and anxiety and potentially help our mental health.
I have to say that was a bit emotional for me because it's more like you're talking directly to me, right? But I really, really appreciate this. A lot of us deal with mental issues, mental things without us even knowing it. And sometimes the sad thing is we suppress it, right? We try to tell ourselves we are okay, but I think one of the main things to do is really, really accept it and just find a way to work on it. But thank you so much, doctor. It's so sad that I can't see your beautiful face again. I don't understand. Nepa, you people
Right.
are, but it's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right.
No,
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, you want to add
thank
something?
you. No. We'll get there. PHCN, NEPA, we'll get there. Bear with
Yes,
us.
we will. We will. We will. All right. Thank you so much, doctor. So this next question goes to you, Dr. Adaeze, right? How do this is still on posture, right? But how do proper posture and body mechanics play a role in preventing injuries during exercise? I mean, I used to hear things. I started going due to this September to remember. I started going to the gym, and yes, when I'm there, people used to tell me, okay, it doesn't even matter how much maybe you're doing strength, carrying weights. They say it doesn't matter how much you carry, right? What matters most is your form, how you are actually maybe standing, making sure you're doing the right thing. It matters even more than maybe how much you are able to carry. So I would really want you to point out more on that, because sometimes it can really be confusing, right? You think you are doing the right thing, but then you're not really doing the right thing. And I learned it can even be more damaging if you are doing the wrong thing, if you are like doing the exercises in the wrong form. So I would want you to really touch more on that, and also tell us how proper posture and body mechanics play a role in preventing injuries during exercise, and what advice you have for maintaining correct posture during workout.
okay. This one is not going to be very easy, but I'm going to still give it a try. Okay, let's say I place my, the normal way the knee is positioned, and say I malalign it, say I shift my ankle outwards against the normal alignment of my knee with regards to the hip and then the ankle, and eventually add weight onto it. I am definitely going to injure either my knee, it's going to go out of place. That's when you have a shift, either outwardly or inwardly. You might have a strain to the ligaments or add excessive stretch to it. Another place that could be damaged is the ankle. Now, if you apply improper form when you are lifting weight, no matter how small and even heavy it is, initially when it is small, it might seem like nothing. It might seem like, oh, at least I'm able to get through the exercise and it is not a big deal. And this is why we always emphasize on when you are starting off, start off with the basics and go as light as possible. Focus on improving on your form. Now, when it comes to most strength training programs, I can't exactly tell you that, I can't exactly tell it theoretically without demonstrating it for you or helping you understand the mechanics, when it comes to your own alignment. For each of us, our alignments are different. For some, we have bow legs. For some of us, we have K legs. For some of us, we have longer femurs. For some of us, we have shorter femurs. with regards to our trunk. Now, these are all important when we want to help correct your posture when you are lifting. But then you'd have to see the individual. Either you are seeing them through a video or you are seeing them face to face to be able to make corrections. Now, for the majority of the strength training programs, if you are starting off with the compound exercises like I mentioned, the first thing is breath work. Make sure you're taking in deep breath in and out, even whilst lifting. That's number one. Number two is to maintain proper form. It's always good to carry your core along. And most people mistake carrying your core along as holding your breath inside. No, carrying your core along. I'm going to demonstrate that because that can be very easy, especially when you're looking at me through the screen. Take a deep breath in and then hold it in your stomach. When you hold it in your stomach, I'm still able to talk. I still have the breath inside my stomach. I'm still able to talk. I'm still able to breathe in and out. Now with this, I'm able to actually carry out activities while still tightening my core. Now, another way is try to, it's, I do not want to, like, say you are doing the number, what is it? Using the restroom, and then you suddenly have to hold the urine inside. Yeah, that also helps you. That's a process that can also help you to tighten your core. But the most one that I usually use with my clients is taking a deep breath, hold it inside your stomach, and then continue breathing and talking. Now, with that, you can hold a strong core, and it helps you to. That's number one. Number two is now positioning your limbs in such a way that it suits your biomechanics. That I cannot demonstrate here. That was why I said this particular question is a
I
tricky
guess
one.
there can be a clip to, further explain, so people can always go back to the sites or
Yeah.
a tag of Gem Active, so people can see, postures and how to do the exercises. So
Okay.
thank
So,
you.
adding on to what Dr. Umeti has said, I have a couple of videos on my personal page that can help to guide you. And if you are unable to master how to carry your core along using the demonstration right now, you can also practice core exercises on your own. There are core exercises such as planks, high and the low planks. I can't recall everything, but then there are so many core exercises that you can practice. And if you are planning on going on squats, you can practice those core exercises. You learn how to hold your core, especially the trunk from your breastbone down, to be able to carry it as one part of your body as you're carrying out your exercises. You can do the core exercises before you go in for the main lift. And again, start with smaller weights. Do not go as high as possible. If you've not mastered it, start with the smaller weights. You can start with only the bar alone. If you are doing exercises that require you to use the bar now, you can start with only the bar until you have mastered it, and without pain, you can start adding weight onto it.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. I think that makes a lot of sense, and we are definitely going to inculcate it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for being here. All right, so we have another question for you, Dr. Umeti, and this question says, what are some signs that indicate an individual should seek medical advice before starting a new fitness regimen, and how can they stay safe and healthy while striving to meet their fitness goals during their workout?
Well, I think this is a no-brainer. What are some signs that indicate an individual should seek medical advice before? I feel like in a sane world, we should all have routine medical checks. You don't have to be sick to get yourself checked, to go for a checkup. people should have routine checks, maybe twice a year, thrice a year, once a year. I don't know how it works for different people, you know. So from all those routine checks, there are baselines that your coach can work with. For instance, you don't just hit the gym naturally, you know. So those baselines are what we'll work with. And if there's anything amiss there, we take it from there. So, but if you now have other health challenges, like if you're diabetic, if you're hypertensive, if you're asthmatic, if you're epileptic, you know, you cannot have tailored regimen to your personal situation. And then it's also very important, like we said, understand your body, understand your auras, know your stressors, you know, beyond seeking special medical advice, knowing your stressors and taking it one step at a time. You know, you build strength when you start working out. You don't just jump into the deep end. You start small and build and build and build. So that way, even if you can't afford the medical checks and the medical advice, at least you can stay within your own personal body's momentum. So I feel like people should not wait till they're sick. Just get yourself tested. Walk into um, your family medicine practice clinic and request, oh, I want to get myself checked. Besides wanting to work out or wanting to be fit just know those baselines. Okay, know that, oh, my kidney functions fine, my liver functions fine. I have all my, my blood cells in the normal ranges, so it helps. At least that sets the tone for if there's an anomaly tomorrow, and then your coach can work with whatever is on the sheets at the time. So. And then you say, how can we stay safe and healthy while striving to meet our fitness goals?
Yeah.
Like I said, walk where you are, um, safe and healthy. Don't do beyond your particular capabilities or limits. Start small. So I know that as women, as the older we get, we lose muscle, and then we have to inculcate with strength training to help us with that, but it's not that you go and carry something so heavy. You can start with, like, I can remember when Ada was, helping me in the early times, she tells me, oh, if you can't get a dumbbell, just fill your bottle with sand, or have a gallon of water, and then
Yeah.
use that. Just relatable things, nothing too fancy. Start small, just stay consistent, start small, and then build your strength from there. So I feel like those are very easy tips to remember, and then once you feel a certain way, just, listen to your body, understand your body. Once you start to feel a certain way, don't shove it aside and seek help. Like if you start to feel like your heart is beating faster than usual, or your head aches longer than it should, despite doing the right things and eating well and all those things. So
Okay.
those can be pointers. So
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. Like I said, it's really a pity that I can't see your face, but we understand. So thank you so much to both of you for being here today with us. We really, really
you're welcome.
appreciate you. So this is going to be our last questions. I will start with you, Dr. Umeti. So you are going to be giving us, you know how it ends, right? The last speech to the ladies, to the people listening. But at the same time, I know when you were starting off, you mentioned how you are also an entrepreneur, right? And I know you have, you mentioned that you have a company, Umeti. So I would really love you while you are giving us your concluding remarks to talk to us about why you started and how we can actually reach you on Umeti and what Umeti actually stands for.
Ah, okay. I think Métis has always been my brainchild. It's just my own belief that um, health should be viewed from both angles of, orthodox and unorthodox. I feel like once that union is fully understood, we would have more healthier people walking the face of the earth. So it's just understanding that herbs are very, very beneficial to us, or natural things. When you say herbs, people are thinking of something diabolical and all those things. Just ugu, pumpkin seed, pawpaw, pineapple, gardener leaves, all those little things. So Métis is a culmination of understanding that we are what we eat, and the first drug given to us by God were actually herbs. So it's just a tea brand that focuses on, the health of the total man. So we have several spots here in Abuja. You can stop by and have some drinks. We'll leave the handle so you can visit one of our spots. And then we also um, prepare herbs relating to people's health conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and all those things. So I think that's really the basis of how Métis came to be. And it started. So
All right.
I don't know if
Thank
I
you so
answered
much,
very well.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Thank you. We really appreciate you. And like you said, for those of us here, we're also going to be dropping Métis handles. And of course, you can always reach out to Métis to know how you can get to them to drink the invigorating and nourishing tea. And please do well to give that a try. All right, so over to you, Dr. Adaeze. Now you're going to be giving us, as usual, your last words. And also, I know you have your the gym fitness, so you can throw in more light for that on us. Of course, we're going to be leaving the handles for people to reach out also. But give us, please, your final thoughts and how you started being a fitness coach.
Okay. The first thing I'd like to say is that fitness is for everybody. It's not for somebody who has decided that they are sick. It is for everybody, both the young, the middle-aged, and the older adults. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's already very obvious that I'm very passionate about fitness, and this is why I developed my brand, Them Active Body. It's besides giving people meal plan and developing a workout program for them and helping them with accountability. One thing most people struggle with is sustenance, and this is why I my business is more about the behavioral aspects of fitness. And this is why we introduced coaching and regular workout, which is a strength training program only. Now, I I have my catalog. I can't exactly link it on here, but I can give you, well, you can follow my page. You can also DM me. And with that, you can also get to see all my catalogs and what the programs we have there. You can also go through my page to see the people that I've worked with in the previous years and even currently the people I'm working with. Um, I think that's about it.
All right, thank you so much, doctors. Once again, from the deepest part of my heart, and all of us at Girls in Tech, we really appreciate this session. We appreciate you coming and giving us your time this evening. Okay, we know nothing can quantify that, but we thank you. And so to everyone that is here with us, this actually marks the end of our fitness month, tagged December to Remember. And I hope we've been able to inspire you to actually start off your fitness journey. Like we said, like our doctor said, consistency is key. You mustn't do 10 hours a day to show you are working out. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes a day can actually be something that is going to be helpful to your body, mentally and physically. So please, to everybody, please, we still ask us, or indulge us rather, looking for the right word, to please make sure you take care of your body. That is the key thing we are discussing this period. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. It's been an exciting month. And I'm sad that it's going to come to an end. But of course, everything that has a beginning has an end. So once again, thank you so much, doctors. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time with another program. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Even though we
Bye.
cannot see Dr. Umeti's face. Bye.
Bye.
Doctor, did you get that job?
Yes,
All
I
right.
did. I did.
Bye, everyone. Please,
Bye.
we are going to be dropping their handles. You can reach out to them. Dr. Umeti has a healthy feed that is going to be helping, and you can also reach out to her for your health. And we have Dr. Adaeze also. You need your food menu and how to work out. You can also reach out to her. So let's end it here. I don't want to end it, but we have to go. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.